shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. If you don't know who I am, write down my name. It's Ray, last name is Reynolds. See, what's going to happen today is I want to give you some good information and kind of correct some things over the years you've heard about this or that, getting to the $1 million dream. It's not easy. Sometimes it's a pain in the assets, but you know what? If you're tenacious enough, you can get there. How bad do you want it? That's the first question for you. Now let's look at some goodies. What you see there, those are things I obtained over the years, just a couple goodies. From there, as we go through this, remember something. I'm online 6 days a week. Monday through Saturday, you can always get a hold of me online, and I have a sales team that can help you too. The ultimate goal is very simple as we do this. So let's keep in mind today, our ultimate goal is to basically see it, believe it, go get it. And I want you to write that down. That's what I've used basically over the years for me. See it, believe it, go get it. See, what happens with most of us, we want something so bad, but then the reality is half the people in the world are lazy. The other ones have to be a little crazy like me. See, we can go get what we want. Now, as we do this, get a tablet and a pen. Realize I'm online 6 days a week. Next thing is it's free. The information I want to give you can change your life. So you can invite your friends and family as well. Now, there's no pictures, there's no recording, because I want you to put it here. Now, I want you to draw a diagram. It's going to pop up right now. I want you to write down a corporation and 3 divisions. Here's the problem. You've all taken thousands of dollars probably from your friends, your family, whatever you're trying to do, or your income, your paycheck, taxable income, the leftover, or you use personal credit and kind of jacked it up because you can't write it all off and you get stuck. So let's think about something about rich and famous people. See, I've been known as the incorporator as the rich and famous people for 44 years, also the godfather of credit. So when we look at the banks and the grocery stores in our city, we've watched some of them shut down some locations. Doesn't matter if it's B of A, Chase, US Bank, Wells Fargo. We watched Sam's Club do this too. Now, we just watched Geico several weeks ago in California shut down all their offices. I mean, 100%. They're not out of business. They made a business decision to bankrupt billions of dollars of debt and let the people go get a new job. But the reality is that's just life. They made a business decision. You've also watched 11 cities file bankruptcy over the years. This is where you didn't look behind the curtain. All of them are still in business. So what we have to focus on today is simple. I call it the reference of 3. Number 1, write down, don't bring the pain home. Number 2, you have to become a certified CFO. Next thing you have to think about is reprogramming your brain into millionaire. So we got some choices today. By the way, the 14th Amendment, the corporation. Oh, I'm sorry, the Constitution. It's a corporation. Did you know the United States of America is a corporation? Did you know all your 50 states are corporations? Did you know your cities are corporations? So we have to understand they're playing the game in front of us. As Biden's basically bringing all these new people for the IRS to audit all the current corporations. So if you have one, you're not set up correctly, you're going to be a duck. And that's okay. When they put you in the audit, you better duck. But a corporation basically is a legal person. It has been since July 9th, 1869. You got choices. Now, the thought of the day, thought of the week right now is, are you willing to fight for something? Are you willing to fight what you want? Because it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be handed to you. You're going to have to ask the question to yourself all the time. Is it worth the fight you're going through? Because you got a choice. Now, the Ray Reynolds University, when I die eventually, permanently, it's going to have over $10 billion. All right, because I want to make sure you understand how to play. The biggest problem you got with you reaching your goal is probably you. The lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man or woman. You're not stupid, you're highly intelligent. And God gave you the chance to be here with me today. It's only 1,000 steps to the $1 million dream in the first place. And you can go over these again and again with me personally. So the ultimate goal is simple. In my programs, I want to make sure you understand, I want to give you 100% your money back to times 13. That way you basically get personal business credit. So whatever you invest with me, you get back in personal business credit. So it's kind of like you're gaining. That's the ultimate goal. Now, I've been the incorporated for rich and famous people for years. So even the program people coming out of prison. Freeway Ricky Ross, gold and platinum cards up to millions. Within about 6 months. Thomas within 5 months. Rebuilding him after he came out of prison for 26 years. Ultimate goal. See, most people have what I call the kitchen table meeting. They sit there at the kitchen table with their loved ones and say, we want to start a business. And the first thing you got to think about, it sounds great. Then you got to look around and go, where are we going to get the money? Usually what they do is you put a loan on your house and jacked it up and jacked up your credit cards. And by the way, that brings the pain home. The ultimate goal is to do it the right way. So you got a choice today. Write down today's date, project 90 working days. See, this is just some more goodies I obtained too. Your goal is going to be up to you. Now, when the third quarter begins, that's called countdown. So I mean, halfway through the year, third quarter begins. So this gives us basically so many days to get things done. So I want you to think about today, how many days you have left. By the way, you probably don't even know. This is the way you actually slow time too. You have 125 days left. That means flat out minus weekends and holidays. You got a chance to get your 750 credit score, become a CFO, corporations and divisions, and that should be done now. Ultimate goal, what I want to do for you is to get you cash cards up to $1 million. Why? Because you can write the interest rate of the credit card and finance the business. You're not getting to get the money in here other way anyway. How about we talk about checkbook money? Up to $5 million starting 2023. So here's your goals. Let's go reach them. But again, it's going to be up to you. My journey is simple. All right, this little girl who was 15 and a half years old got pregnant with me. On the way to the Gardena Hospital, I was born, and then she threw me away. So the bottom line is I don't have a chance to go, boo-hoo-hoo. Your journey today begins with me. So we got a chance. So I've been through everything you can think of, but I made it to million to billion under corporate structure too. I got to be with the Hope family. Mrs. Hope, she dropped me off Redondo Beach Pier every morning at 6:30 from the age of 3 to 9.5 years old. She even put me in the garbage can and fed me the food. That kind of sucks. See, we got our sad story. And at the end of the day, I don't think anybody cares. My first coma is 5.5 years old, crippled for life. Jesus said, get up, so I got up. Next coma, 2009. We took the yacht out on July 4, 2009, 13 years ago. We got 3 yachts in the backyard. Where you park yours? What happens the next day? I find myself in a coma. I can hear and see things. It's like I'm in the room, but what's going on too? Then I get to hear someone trick my wife to sign a POA, power of attorney. Then I hear the nurse ask if I'm a donor. They're going to rip out my heart and take it away. But then Jesus gave me a choice to stay in peace or go back. I said, go back that day. So time to me is precious. So today, I want you to start tomorrow morning, get up an hour earlier. Find the me time you've been looking for. Ultimate goals, that's up to you. Now, I did some research after the coma. My wife asked me to reach out to my family and see if they could help me. So the first thing, here's a picture in the newspaper. All right, and this is basically Nancy Randall Farms. I found out that's my great grandma. Then we got that, and bottom line is, it's the roof, millions and billions. Even the president giving her a plaque. Then I found out my grandfather won the Olympics in 1932 in gymnastics in Los Angeles. Coach Bishop's my grandfather. Oh, good. Then I researched and I found my mommy and my daddy. I got a knock on the door because they gave me a restraining order. I'm not allowed to tell you who they are. It doesn't matter if they're rich and famous, worth billions and billions of dollars. I can't tell you who they are. That's not very nice. But I ask God a question every day. Why am I here? What is my purpose? My purpose is helping you. Get out your tablet and pen. Let's begin. So it's like anything else in life. We have to have a stopwatch. I want you to think. Today, will somebody cut you off on the freeway, piss you off, and get you upset? If that happens to you at any given time, I want you to stop, close your eyes, and I want you to pray. That's what I've been doing since I was a little boy. You see, I find my peace and I redirect my energy. I stay positive. It's like Jesus is not a drive-through. It's one of my books coming out. Because being a Christian is a way of life, not a moment in time. So today, wherever your surrounding is, don't accept it. Let's see it, believe it, and let's go get it. Because if I can do it, so can you. Ultimate goal is going to be up to you to reprogram your brain into a millionaire. So let's get you past go. Simple. I'll show you the Lamborghinis. I'll show you the Duffys. I'll show you the mansions. I'll show you how I accomplished the highest kick on the planet in 1981 to prove white men do jump and stupid people say we don't. Then on top of that, we'll look at basically U-docks, and we'll look at race boats and helicopters. Or these are just things I obtain. U-dock and yachts. How about Ferraris? See, I'm a factual person. I don't want to use some clip art. I want to show you exactly what I obtained, just a couple of the goodies along the way. So here's Ray's rules. That's what you need to master today. And I need you to reference the 3. Ultimate goal is going to be up to you. Now, if you want to rebuild your credit yourself, do it yourself. Why don't you write down Section 611? Because, see, credit repair is a fraud. The bottom line, I didn't say it. Federal Trade Commission says it every day. Now, to get started, understand credit repair, people spend $100+ a month for years and still have bad credit. This is why I tell you flat out, if you have a debt, you have to kill the debt, settle it, pay it off, bankrupt, do something with it. You see, you got to man up and woman up and understand something. All right, if you owe a debt, you got to pay it or negotiate it. So remember something today. Credit rebuilding works as long as you're part of the program. So they even nicknamed me the Godfather of Credit years ago. Rebuilding credit for you. I'm going to give you the first 25 steps today. Can you write them down, please? Number 1, get your credit reports for free. You can go to annualcreditreport.com. You go to raisecredit.com. I don't care where you get them. Just get them. Give us the report numbers. Now, I need you to basically go back and pull out your Social Security card from your purse or wallet now, please. I want you to focus on this card because this is what you use to create your SSN, to get your 1040 tax return. And by the way, you use it for credit too. The ultimate goal, this is what brings the problem to you. So we read the card front and back. Usually it says do not laminate, do not use for ID purposes, and it says property administration, not you. By the way, that's IRS. So what we have to do is understand step number 2. If we understand the basics in the beginning, we can get to the ultimate goal. Now, I like Aspirian.com, but the reality is I don't like their boost. See, the problem with their boost is you get robocalls. They're talking about it on the news today too. Did you know the robocalls, you started it? It's all your fault. You're a voter, the Secretary of State, your DMV. All right, how about your utility company? You see, if you register for their little boost, you register your light bill, your cable bill, all right, even your bank account, you realize they're hacked all the time, right? They're indicted too. So if you want to be hacked, join their boost. That's what I would tell you, but it's up to you. Now, Credit Karma's free. You can look at it, I can look at it. That's good. They're part of right now TransUnion. There's no phone number to help you, but the reality it is free. So the bottom line today, let's look at what we need to do. We got to talk about Equifax too. During the pandemic, Equifax was all screwed up. They didn't tell anybody that their scoring system was wrong. They jacked people up for interest rates. They denied people too. That's not fair to you and me. But the reality is they don't seem to care. All right, if you didn't get your loan or you got your loan. So what happens is it's like this guy with this little smirk on his face. I'd like to kick him in the shins, but it's not legal to do. So I got to say hypothetically to you. Because he said on the news a couple of weeks ago, well, all they got to do is go back to their creditor and readjust the loan. To refinance a house, sir, it's $18,000. You going to pay the bill? You going to pay the bill? If I had the time, I'd put them in a reverse bankruptcy and I'd bankrupt them, Equifax, and squeeze every dime to help the consumer they screwed over. But that's just my opinion. See, now let's look at what you got when your first paycheck. You remember a long time ago, you got your first paycheck? You got your SSN, Social Security number. You got your paycheck, you create your 1040 tax return. And when you got that first paycheck, you went, what happened to my check? See, they get their cut before you get the leftover. The IRS, we all work for them too. So that's what makes us sheep and ducks. Because when they sue us, we got a duck. Our president is hiring thousands of people to audit all the corporations. If you don't do it right, they're coming after you. All right, you better do it right, okay? So let's remember, under the 14th Amendment of the Constitution, all right, it's 153 years ago, by the way, we the people, a corporation is a legal person under SS4. So I'm going to give you a statement of guarantee, and what I'm going to do is guarantee what I can do for you. But you have to be part of the program, and you got to follow through on your part, what I ask you to do. We're gonna work and hold hands and sing Kumbaya. See, I'm not done till I'm done with you. So from there, violations or jacking up a card, don't do it. Now this side's going to change in front of you. You can go back to your creditor or credit bureau. You can negotiate a debt. You can take them small claims. You got an IRS problem, you go to irs.gov. You download a phone call 656-433-A and B. See, past cannot chase future. Or if it does, it's going to keep kicking your assets. There's step number 3 today. So what do we get to do? We get to understand what's called rapid refresh and rapid scoring. One for mortgage companies, one that I get to do for you. Try to block all the bad stuff and push you up and away and try to get you some new credit today. So the rapid rescore is 157 points for these people in 45 days. So if you allow us to do rapid rescore in our system, that can push you and guarantee you a 750 score. But again, like this nice client here, she's got a 651. She uses half her credit cards. I asked her why. She says, my banker and my attorney told me to. I said, you're listening to Dumb and Dumber, by the way, I'm sorry to say. You got no green lights on the bottom here. Rapid rescore, 132 points. There's green lights now. So that way we can get corporate credit. See, corporate credit's a write-off. This is free money. Again, you have to learn how to finance that business and stop stealing the money from your family. But again, bankruptcy, this couple had to file. All right, they shouldn't have to file that at all. Their attorney kind of lied to them. But again, they even said, you can't get credit for 10 years. I got him credit right away. Someone laid on their car payment. And all these collection accounts, $3,000. Let's see how we can rebuild this and get him some money. That's the ultimate goal. So I can get you 750 as long as you're part of the program and you follow through on your part. The ultimate goal. So you're going to be assigned a specialist. 800-510-3338. The specialist is supposed to hold your hand every step of the way. If you want us to rebuild your credit and add a rapid rescore, all right, in classes on Saturday, you're guaranteed a 750. But it's a giveaway. It's $499, and the average person wastes that every given month. But I'm going to give you a $500 cash card back. This way you can reimburse yourself as I build your credit up and away. Ultimate goal is very simple. The goal is not to bring the pain where? Home ever again. Take a picture of this page here. Zelle, ever since Mike Kennedy created for banks and credit unions, it's great. It's a way to transfer funds without getting jacked up on your credit cards. Ray Reynolds recipient, that's me, RayEraseCredit.com. So the reality is you can bank, transfer, deposit, or wire. So let's understand, if that specialist is not reaching out to you every week or two, you call that number, you put them in check. That's the ultimate goal. So as we do this today, remember, if you give referrals, you're going to get paid back 10% to you or your corporation. Now, we got 800-536-3216. As I put the number, someone calls right away. Ray Reynolds, the Credit Hour. How can I help you? Perfect timing. All right. Well, here's the problem. All right, go ahead. Okay, now can I say that? Okay, thank you. The biggest problem you're going to have is you and your structure. What does that mean? Okay, let's understand something. You have a corporation. Oh, you have an LLC. You said you're in business. Okay. All right. So you said you're in business. You don't have a corp. You have an LLC. See, just by your lack of knowledge, you're going to get an audit, and they're going to smack you. And that audit's going to kick your assets for the next 10 years. See, a LLC is a limited liability corporation. Next, have you filed your 1120s? What's that? Here we go. Everybody calling, I got a corp, I'm making money. You're screwing it all up. Doesn't matter if you're making damn money. The matter is how you structure your whole self. You see, an 1120 is issued because of a tax ID. Okay, so pay attention today, because you get audited. I guarantee you, all right, your penalties will be 10 times the money you didn't pay. But again, that's up to you. Not pay attention to me today. All right, thank you. So we got to be careful. 6 days a week, you get to play with me. The ultimate goal. Invite the world. All right, you see, now you need to call a phone number. See, you got to be part of the program. You got to call 888-567-8688. See, here's the problem. You added yourself to the national mailing list. You did this to yourself in the robocalls and junk mail. You can call that number and opt out for 5 years. That's step number 4. As we play the game, we have to understand something. You have to plan the problem. See, you have allowed someone, it's around you, your friends, your family, somebody in your life ripped you off and knocked you down. You didn't plan the problem. The next thing you're going to have a problem with is, all right, if you don't do it my way, the bottom line is they're going to come after you. So plan the problem, please. Now, I need you to write down safety credit. Every card in your personal wallet today needs a sticky. You need to maintain 25% always and never pass 29% and write down the limit. This gives you the line of defense. You need your line of defense every day. See, if you don't do it this way, here's the problem with those mortgage companies or people trying to give you a loan. Oh, your debt to ratio is 40 to 50%. That's good. No, it's not. That's why you always have to pay a debt in escrow. 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. So we get the discipline down and you listen and learn, because you're going to learn today what you needed to know a long time ago. Remember, it took you 3 years to try to get your credit report correct anyway, and you're going to learn more today than you ever did before. Step number 5. Now, here's the problem when you lose your job, have an emergency. Everybody does the same dumb thing. They run out of time, they run out of money, and then they jack up their personal credit cards. Write down, if you ever screw up anything, it's a division. Don't have the intent, just make sure you understand. Today, you're going to learn from the guy that created divisions in '85, so I want you to pay attention today. Let's pretend today you needed $5,000 now. Ask your friends, your family, the bank, they're all going to say no. But the average person, like in the people in this room, in this office here, in the call center, they waste $50 every other day of all the crap food they eat. But see, if the average person wastes $50 every other day, and this is a $5,000 credit card in my hand, and I max it out, it's only $50 a month, I can learn to have safety credit. The bottom line is, like they say, you waste $140 a week. If that's true, these $50,000 cards in my hand, the payment is $612.26. So that means during a pandemic, I could have bought 2 pizza restaurants and a drive-through, all right, and not bring the pain home too. See, you got a choice today, step number 6. So if we played the game correctly, believe in yourself reaching that goal. Yeah, I'm going to believe in God first, I'm going to believe in me. You see, when I broke that world record in 1981 to prove my white men do jump and stupid people say we don't, I just want to prove my point. I was kicking the door jam since I was 10. Not hard to do for me because I knew how to fly. See, your choice is simple today. Now, Nixon took the gold standard out a long time ago and you didn't pay attention. All right, I'm sorry, you didn't pay attention to that and why. But again, we're going to teach you some things today too. So when Nixon took the gold standard, I want you to think about that because it changed everything. So let's write down Ray's rules one more time. And this time I want you to write down 100,000. Allow me to get you a couple of cards personally, no more than 100,000 of personal credit ever. And you're going to use 29%. That leaves you 71,000 of safety credit in case blank hit the fan or lost your job. All right, or pandemic. So it's simple. See, what happens with most of you, probably all of you, you took your personal credit cards, which you can't write up diddly squat, you jacked it up, got stuck, and then you took personal cash, what's called taxable income, your leftover, your paycheck, to start a business, and it didn't work and you got stuck. If you would have used corporate credit in the first place, you get to write off the interest rate in the credit card. If you won, you get to write off the taxation, the extra money you made. If you lost, you write that off too. I don't understand. Why didn't you ever become a certified CFO? Why don't you learn Ray's rules today? Never bring the pain home, step number 7. All right, but it's going to be up to you to pay attention. So here's my address. Sorry, they're in the coma. One of the 3 yachts in the race boat and the goodies. Look at the address. Google it. I'm the most factual, verified person you can find on the planet. God's the laser, never God's the Niles. Fall off, get your butt back on. There's a race. Do you like to be a loser or a winner? Which do you really want to be? So the bottom line is a corporation's a legal person. Right there's chapter 18. Look at it. Let's circle it. See, I learned that when I was being used and abused at the Hope family's house. Every Wednesday night, they had a poker game. I listened to it, and I listened to this corporation's a legal person. So I was looking for a blueprint to get out of hell. I went to the Torrance Police Department the next day, the library next door. I said, "Ma'am, what does this mean?" She walked away. I didn't know where she went. She came back, slammed the book down. "Here's a mock reads the book." She wasn't very nice to me. I read the book. See, you can't find any blueprint A to Z what I've been teaching for 44 years unless it's through me, period. Your choice is very simple. I can get you to $1 million to $1 billion, like I've done for millions of people too, but it's up to you. So I looked at that, and I read it, and I studied it for 2 years. You know what I did when I was 9.5? I sent away a money order to the Secretary of State of California. I am the true founder of Helping Hand Industries. I got $119,000 of credit cards in the mail, and on top of that, I got named in the movie Dave. You might want to check it out too. Now, here's our problem. We're all a bunch of sheep. Why? Because we get told to get an SSN and we don't question it. I did. You should have questioned it too. We get 1. That's why 10 out of 10 people have bad credit or something needs to be done to build their credit up and away. Corporation only gets 1 SS4. But an SS4 equals 1120. That's what I told the person on the phone. They know what that is too. Half of you don't. But the bottom line is very simple. Our choice is we can have the line of defense called divisions. I wrote the rules in 85. We want to pay attention today. Don't bring the pain home ever again. Let's look at the form. It's an SS4, okay? Line 1 says legal name of entity or individual person for whom it's requesting. So that means the bookkeeper. A corporation or a division or subsidiary can get a tax ID. By the way, so can you if you did it through the corporate structure the way I tell you to. If you do it under you directly, then they're going to have a hard time the next time you get one, but then you can get that through that too. It's the ultimate thing to do. So what do we get to do? Very simple. Let's understand something. I want you to be a certified CFO. If a woman can have a baby, so can a corporation. How many would you like? I want you to understand our way to play the game. So maybe as a CFO, you got husband, wife, partner, or division. Multiples. So every division is allowed, listen carefully, have its own credit reports. You screwed up you because you only have 1 SSN. You could have done it the right way. See, divisions give you the chance, all right, not to jack up the corp and you. And the bottom line is you don't have to juggle again. But that's up to you too. As we play the game, let's go back to that SSN, because that's your social security number. That's what you did it. That's how you screwed up your credit. So let's understand, that's an SS5 form. All right, SS5 equals SSN. SS4 equals tax ID. All right, so let's understand. Over here, personally, we create our 1040 tax return. We're tax. We're a bunch of ducks. And over here, an SS4, it's very simple. You don't pay tax till you're profitable. When these auditors start auditing every corporation nationwide, you're on a mailing list. First of all, use your home address. That's called the stupidest thing people could do ever. Use their home. Are you kidding me? You did that on the corp and the divisions, and you did it on the officers list too? They're going to kick your assets if you don't do it the right way, period. That's why he's recruiting so many people, because he got past his little tax thing, which is 28%. You got to learn to play. But if you don't learn to play, don't worry, they'll just kick your assets too. Your choice is simple. Using corporate credit can finance the American dream. And you get to write off the interest rate in the credit card. You get to play the game the right way. Now, why didn't you do this in the first place? Sorry, you didn't know how to play. You're going to learn how to play with me. Because an SSN is tax. You're a duck. An SS4 is what taxes do when we're profitable. The right structure is the only way you're going to save your assets today. But again, that's up to you. See, personal life should be a break even. Anything above that should be corporation with the right structure. We have to understand the basics, the reference of 3. You got to balance that debt today. If you don't, you're not going to go anywhere. You're going to stay stuck. So don't jack up cars. Don't basically apply during the program. Don't screw up everything I'm trying to do for you. Ultimate goal. Line 10 on the SS4 says banking and credit purposes. It's right in your face. So you can learn to play too. The ultimate goal. Corporations don't pay tax till they're profitable. So the corporate credit life, because the corporation's a legal person, I want to get you 10 cards for every division. Is that okay too? So that way you get over $1 million of credit. But you got to balance the debt. And you have to remember, corporate credit's not it's a write-off, all the interest rate in the credit card. All right, it's not taxable income. It's not legal or accounting advice at all. It's public record. We can learn how to play. So if you maintain this correctly, we can build you up and away up to $1 million. Every division and every corporation is entitled to cash credit. That's the ultimate goal, to give you the line of defense. You shouldn't have been a duck. It should have been a division of a corp, not you. You brought the pain home because you didn't know how to play. That's just the honest truth. 89 ways to use a division. Why? Not only did I create it, I also wrote the book. So cats have how many lives today? 9? How many divisions would you like? Here's your second chance. Don't screw it up. From there, divisions are the only way you can make sure you don't bring the pain home. How many days we got left today? Remember, we have only 125 days left of the year. We have to minus weekends and holidays. I got a boot camp coming up in September. It's the 23rd, 24th, 25th. So this is 3 days online or in person where I go through the whole $1 million blueprint. Again, now we got to talk about checkbook money. You see, if the corporation is owned by you this now, and all the way to January, I can help you get some checkbook money up to $150,000 a pop. That's up to $5.4 million. But you got to have a corp in 3 divisions to obtain that. But again, that's up to you. Now, leveraging money is fun. That's what I told this group how to do, because borrow money is not what? Taxable. So let's remember the reference of 3. It's right in front of you. Ultimate goal. Every cash application requires a certified CFO. So let's remember, your goal should be, how fast can I do what I need to do? And Ray builds me some cash credit to the corporate, the division, so I can use that money to finance the business and write it all off. Again, maybe you're going to do some real estate, some franchise, leveraging money, profit sharing. When you write down the word division, can you write down buckets of money? Here's the biggest problem people do. When you started a business, okay, you took your paycheck, taxable income, the leftover, you took personal credit, which you can't write diddly squat, and you got stuck and you got backed in a corner. If you would have made it, you would have had tax. You know, you lost, you're backed in the corner and you're stuck, getting you unstuck. How's the way to get unstuck? If we use corporate credit to finance the business, it's not taxable income, it's a write-off. If we win, we get to write off and absorb the taxation, usually. And if we lose, we can write it off too. See, when you retire, your bills don't go away. but your 401k does. But again, this is up to you. Now, the Millionaires Founders Kit, the sales team sells it for $999. I sold it at the Bonaventure for 32 years for $5,000. All right, during this webcast, during this broadcast only, you get a 70% during this. That means if you Zelle before I'm done talking, you get it for $299 because the holiday's coming up. If it's after I'm done talking, you talk to sales, it's $999. It is a Zelle bank transfer, deposit, or wire. Ultimate goal is very simple to do. So let's understand something. One of the greatest things we could ever do is an opportunity that's knocking on the door. California has up to $500 billion excess that the federal government gave them. They're supposed to retain 35% or give it back to the people or give it back to them. They decided to do something different and give away the filing fee for corporations. I always say corporations are free, but you pay a filing fee. Currently, as of July 7, 2022, there's no fee for the filing of a corporation, period. All right, and that's good, up, and away for you, which makes a lot of sense. Ray Reynolds, the Credit Hour, how can I help you? Okay, so you're there Saturday, great. How can I help you today? You want to get into the nonprofit, well then get into it, all right, or don't. It's that simple. It starts next Tuesday. Well, nonprofit can get as much credit as a corporation, and all corps get credit, period. Doesn't matter which flavor it is or what type it is, it's allowed cash credit reports. And so are the division. So the only thing holding you back is going to be you. All right, thank you. So here's what I would suggest. So let's think. Doesn't matter if you're in California or out of state. In some ways, I wish you're out of state because it'll be more fun too. So if you want some free money, all right, I would actually focus on nonprofit. This means right now, today, if we did it my way, this is going to allow you literally to basically make a difference and change the world. Do you want to do that? So what happens? In California, I will allow you to use my address in California. I will connect the dots with your corporation if it's California or not. That's the ultimate goal. So I will prepare the nonprofit for you, hold your hand to get the exemption. That way you get some city, federal money, and state money too, connecting the dots. That's what I would suggest for you. Now, it's not going to be easy, and it's an ongoing process. This is a commitment for 10 people. I only have a couple positions available anyway left because most of them were taken on Saturday. This is a nonprofit corporation. I'm prepared for you and get it filed for you too. You'll just have to name it. The officers list, you'll pay the fee. I'll prepare it for you too. Tax ID, all right, and I'm going to give you the address in California to use so you get your state and federal money and your city money too. Now, here's a workshop. Understand, this is ongoing for 4 weeks. It starts next Tuesday at 2:30 in the afternoon. So the last 2 or 3 people to sign up today, it's closed out, period. Okay, very simple. So for 4 weeks, we're going to go through the 1023 and teach you every step to get your 501c3 exemption. We're going to give you the nonprofit book and CD. Now, I was going to change the price to the normal price, but today, all right, the office sells it for $4,999. I'm giving away during the workshop and during this broadcast only for a half price of $2,499 if you do it during this broadcast. If not, then you miss your opportunity. I only got a couple left anyway. So what we have to do is understand something today. If you were to stand up right now, one hand's going to go SSN, I'm a duck, I'm a sheep, quack, quack. The other hand's going to say SS4 pays tax when it's profitable. So it's better to play with the rules and the tools because you're allowed to. Again, you have to learn to play. Now, if I wrote you a check today for $1 million, you're going to act like you're rich. Sorry, when you finally, the dust settles, you're going to realize you got to keep 375 out of the million. All right, if you put it into a corporation, you keep it all, you don't pay tax till you're profitable, and you set up all those accounts you're allowed to do. It's called winning the battle. So you got step number 8 today. Now, the problem is everybody in the world acts like Mary. Mary turned around and used 98,000 of her personal credit, dropped her 800 score to a 591. Mary's problem is she wanted a restaurant. She was a little girl. She opened the restaurant and she filed bankruptcy in the restaurant. Since the restaurant was a corporation, they went after her and she had to be forced her into bankruptcy too. See, bottom line is if you have a corp, they sue you. If you create the line of defense like I've got Mary starting to do, that line of defense, the restaurant would have been a piece, a division, not the other pieces of the corporation. I mean, come on. Geico just did this a couple weeks ago. Your banks do this, the grocery stores, the cities do this. All right, they use subsidiaries or divisions. Your choice is to learn how to play and quit bringing the pain home. But that's up to you. Doesn't matter if it's Sam's Club, banks, or grocery stores. They all use, all right, branch numbers, subsidiaries, and divisions and tax IDs. If you learn to play, you can make sure you don't bring the pain home. Right now, you all brought the pain home. I got to rebuild every one of you. I got no choice. Step number 9. So when you heard the cities file bankruptcy years ago, you sat there, sorry to say, you didn't do anything. I went to the court building. I wanted to see for myself if I was knowing the rules and tools. See, the United States of America set up 50 corporations. Those corporations set up cities, all right, cities and states. So we have to realize they're doing the line of defense in our face, and if we don't learn to do the line of defense, we're bringing the pain home. That's on us. Chapter 9 bankruptcy under the Federal Protection Act. It's how they bankrupt the city's debts and stay in business. You today could learn not to bring the pain home ever again. Apple files bankruptcy in 97. Okay. Bill Gates had $94 billion. He got indicted 4 times for running a monopoly. There's the indictment in front of you. He wrote a check for $150 million to Apple from a line of credit, gets to write it off because borrowed money is not taxable. He let them make the payment as well by using the money he gave them in the first place. So you got a chance to learn to play the game too. But again, it's up to you. So if we take serious today, SSN SS4, this is where you have to make a serious decision in the near future. The next time blank hits the fan, is it SSN and family, or is it SS4 tax ID, or is it going to be a division or a corporation? Kind of like the banks and grocery stores in the cities do. Step number 10 today. Divisions again, what do? They allow you not to bring the pain home and never juggle again. What happens is simple. Applications is its setup. The world is set up so everybody fails and only 1% get to win. I want to change that. Everybody wins, only 1% don't. So I get to look at your credit and pop you credit using history as an affiliate, so I don't waste an inquiry. I get to do peekaboos. So let's say you have a corporation today. When you're audited, they're going to kick your assets. I'll guarantee it, because there's at least 10 things I need to help you fix. From there, you don't know how to be a CFO. I want to build you cash credit right away so you can write it all off too, but that's up to you. From there, you get a specialist in my team to hold your hand every step of the way. Here's the starter package. In the starter package, we rebuild your credit, rapid score 750 guaranteed. Articles are free, filing fees free, also list, tax ID set up on level 1 every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's $999. It's a giveaway. I'm building you 5,000 of cash credit. I'm going to hand you 5 times your money back while I train you and coach you for 90 days to learn to be that CFO. If you want millionaire in the making, it's $1,999 and you get $25,000 of credit while I'm coaching you for 90 days and you become that CFO again. It is a Zelle bank transfer deposit. Again, that's what you get. From here, if a specialist doesn't hold your hand or reach in every week or 2, you put them in check, because I'm going to guarantee exactly what I can do for you. But again, Wednesday, Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, setup in level 1. All right, always live. I'm live 6 days a week. You have to beat your doubt, run your own race, and get out of your way most of the time. Step number 11. So as we go and get past go, I can show you millions and billions of goodies. Simple. All things I obtained during my process of my life so far. God's gift, mansions in the harbor, race boats to say the Ray Reynolds University and yachts, helicopters, Lamborghini and buildings, and all the goodies under the corporate structure too. Your choice is simple. Now I need you to do some more work. I need you to change your driver's license to P.O. Box or mailing address. I need you to use Ray's rules, look up the Privacy Act, and never bring the pain home again. And we're step number 12. Your choice is going to be up to you. See, everywhere we turn, we're getting all these problems. You know, if it isn't friends and family ripping you off, it's people following you home from the grocery store, or stealing your Rolex, or killing people around the corner. So it's hitting everyone. The fake fall. He takes his wife and takes his wife, son, and daughter to church every Sunday. His wife's name is Mary. His grandkids, they got to be proud of Grandpa. He falls down. Ah! Maybe he's going to push a button. I feel I can't get out. Oh, he set up again. Why? Because he's faking it. Then he falls again. Ah! He wanted his $10 million lawsuit. So we got to understand, I need to repackage every one of you. Today, you buy a car. Look at the car you drive today. You went to the car dealership. You let them sweat you for 5 hours. You lost $5,000 and got 9 inquiries too. You did this to yourself. All you had to do is raise rules on that piece of paper you filled out and gave it back to them. Next, your signature, write down this allows 1 inquiry and take a picture. You could control it and set the tone at that time, but you did not do it. All right, that's step 13. By the way, you've got to stop bringing the pain home. A car should be fleet price, tax ID division. Doesn't show up on reports, corporate write-off completely, you learn to become a CFO. These are everywhere. I mean, you got to take this serious. Biden's people from the IRS is going to audit every corporation, and you're making money, you're going to be a duck. So the reality is they're coming after everybody unless you do it right. So understand, it's like those attorneys on social media. Were you a passenger? Were you in an accident? Bumpity bump? They all got caught a couple of weeks ago in Los Angeles, attorneys and CPAs and doctors. So just be careful. The registration of a car, if it's you, you're a duck. If it's a division, they get diddly squat. But again, that's up to you. All right, that's step number 14 today. Credit hour, Ray Reynolds, Godfather of Credit. Yes, can I help you? You have to understand something. Our current president wants to have a corporate report for credit, a government agency, and get rid of the personal ones. He's bringing in people, hiring them to audit every corporation nationwide. Okay, literally, if you didn't do your 1120s, you're a duck. That's the first target he's going after. Who didn't file 1120s and they didn't get it, and they got a tax ID. Okay, he's going to kick all their assets and penalize them. The penalty is 10 times what you owed in the first place. So if you don't learn to play, that's on you. I'm just letting you know exactly what you can verify today on the news. All right, thank you for calling. Step 15. So we got a choice to plan the problem and find out exactly to stop bringing the pain home. How many cats have lives? They have 9. Wow. Would you like 9 lives too under the corporate umbrella? It's the only way you're going to learn to play. Because right now you brought the pain home to you and your family, and that's not acceptable to me. Why did you do it to you? The division. Every property you ever play with should be a division. Your paycheck should be a break even from their house payment. They don't pay tax. It doesn't matter if it's 10 billion to a trillion. They don't pay no damn tax because they know how to play. The goal is very simple. All right, divisions give you the line of defense. You never have to juggle again. See, there's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. He's going to get Twitter, but at a discount. He plays this game all the time. Musk doesn't pay tax. He even has a spaceship. So does the other guy have a spaceship? The other guy's got a spaceship. You see, corporations have to pay tax when they're profitable. As long as they're structured correctly and they file their 1120s, they have to be, you don't even know what that is. Hey, it's not my fault you bought a corporation from somebody like an attorney and CPA, and you spent $3,000 to $5,000 for a piece of paper while you sit there going, beep, 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 beep. They didn't teach you diddly squat. And when they kick your assets because you don't do what I tell you to do, that's on you. Very simple. You can learn to play the game, learn to win. I'm online 6 days a week, classes and all, 800-536-3216. All right, 6 days a week. You can't find anybody like me on the planet doing that besides me. I got specialty classes in rotation. They're in rotation at 2:30 every Saturday. I have my 9 to 10 classes every Saturday. I got a stock kit class, page by page. I got real estate page by page. I got nonprofit. But here's the thing. I want you to think, if you have a corporation, you want this nonprofit at the same time work in conjunction, because as you fix the problems that I know you screwed up on your corporation, in this 4-week class, you're not going to screw up anything. I'm going to teach you how to play. Since the state of California has so much money left over, let's give you the address in California so we focus on nonprofit. All right, so you can change the world, make a difference too. Again, that's up to you. So if you play in this, let's understand something. I'm going to give you my address in California. All right, I'm going to basically connecting the dots to your corporation you have currently, wherever it might be. And that way we connect the dots. And I teach you for 4 weeks how to get your exemption and correct all your mistakes you've been making anyway. From here, it's a private class. I will hand you the nonprofit corporation, and I'll teach you how to build credit to the nonprofit corporation too. From there, officers list, you pay the fee, tax ID, all right, California address, and the workshop. Listen carefully. This workshop is going to tear apart every piece of that 1023, line by line, how to do real estate, credit, and all the pieces. This is the ultimate workshop that every one of you need, like today. You're going to go through the 1023 with me. I'm even going to give you a cheat sheet. From there, you get the nonprofit book and CD. The sales reps are selling for $5,000. Have price $2,499 as long as it's done during this broadcast. If you wait till it's ended, $5,000. I only have a couple places left anyway. Tax balancing is a class in rotation. Leveraging money, Dun & Bradstreet, divisions, subdivisions, daisy chain credit. So this Saturday at 2:30 in the afternoon, it's called leveraging of money, because everybody needs to learn to turn money, referenced by 3 times by 5. They need to learn to leverage money. Credit repair, scam. Credit rebuilding, you do it with me. We'll do the work while you hold your hand at the same time. They nicknamed me the Godfather of Credit for a reason years ago. So if you want, 750 score will be guaranteed, because I'll put you in a rapid refresh, rebuild the credit. You go to class on Saturday, guaranteed 750. I'm going to charge you $499 a giveaway, and give you a $500 cash card back so you reimburse yourself. Take away all the excuses. That's number 15, by the way. So your choice is your specialist will hold you on every step of the way. Now, starter package for corps. If you have a corp, you still want to do this, because there's things you need to correct. You need to get the level 1 in setup every Wednesday and Saturday, because as audits are coming, they're going to kick your assets. So if here, rebuild the credit, 750. Articles, you have them, great. You don't need them, then I won't do them for you. Officers list, tax ID, setup, level 1. $999. And I'm going to build you $5,000 of cash credit back. 5 times your money that you invested, and I'm going to be your coach for 90 days, and you're going to learn how to become that certified CFO. The main in the making, $1,999, you get 13 times your money back, $25,000, as I coach you for 90 days personally, and you learn to be that CFO. It is a Zelle bank transfer deposit. So let's understand. Your goal is to get to class. So how fast can I build you personal or business credit and separate the pieces so we can write everything off in the divisions? Because this is a write-off. Your personal credit's not. Your specialists better hold your hand, and you put them in check if you have to. So it's like running your life through a corporate in conjunction. All right, that's step 16. Ultimate goal is become a certified CFO. So pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. See, here's the problem. All of you have that car registered to you, and you're going to try to write it all off. You know, CPAs and attorneys tell you what you can do until the audit comes and they just kick your assets. Okay, so let's understand. Your paycheck is taxable income. You're using the leftover after you get it, pay tax, corporation, you're paying the payment, gas, registration, insurance. I would be yelling no right now and driving a company car, because it needs to be registered to the division of the corporation, period. Step 17, becoming a certified CFO. Line 10, right here, come on. I'll guarantee you when I say 1120, if you had a corp, you have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. Nothing. Because you didn't maintain your 1120, those auditors, that's the first target they've already announced, they're going to come kick your assets. That says banking and credit purposes. You should have been using corporate credit in the first place. The bottom line is they don't lie. They're going to basically kind of come after people who didn't do their 1120s. So you got step 18. You don't have to be a Doug. Hey, you can download the SS4 form yourself on irs.gov. It's right there. Check it out. Quit being a duck, all right? Because you can learn to be that CFO. So the bottom line today is like the United States of America Incorporated. They set up 50 corporations called states. States set up corporations called cities. And they bankrupt the cities by bankrupting the debt while they stay in business because they created a Chapter 9 bankruptcy, all right, under the Federal Protection Act. You forgot. We, the people. It's our constitutional right to incorporate, but we got to learn to do it the right way. Mama here gave a baby. She delivered a baby at the hospital. What happened the moment Nixon took the gold standard out? Mama had to sign the SSN form for the baby. The baby's not getting a job. Federally mandated that a woman signs that form to be able to go out of the hospital and be released with her own child, to go in that stroller, the car, she can go home. You better learn the rules and tools how to play. It's like you got a house today, good for you. They sue you, they take it away if it's not in a trust. All right, if they sue you or you die, it's stuck into probate. Your family got diddly squat. So you better start planning that problem starting today. Escrow, close, homestead, trust. Escrow, close, homestead, trust. You fix up a property, you hire that contractor. Oh, goody for you. And then what do? They hire the subcontractor that's down outside Home Depot. And then they slip, fall, and cut corners, and they sue you, take everything you got. I'm telling you flat out, you better listen to me. I'm only one on the planet telling you the truth to protect your ass. Do it my way, plan the problem, they're going to get diddly squat. If not, they're going to take everything you got. So you got a choice today. Look up irrevocable trust. That's what I would pick if I was you, but do what you want. Doing it all wrong anyway. Step 19. All right. Stop bringing the pain home. So let's understand. I meet people all the time. I don't want to pay tax rate. I say, knock off the crap. The best way to play is in the rules. You can't play peekaboo with the IRS, make a mess. They're the bullies. They're the ones that'll kill you. All right. IRS.gov. Download a form called 656 433 A and B. If you did that, get your butt back in the system. Get all that free money now. Step number 20 today. We can basically become that CFO. So if you're going to fix up properties, you're entitled up to 70% for every division. See, I'm the original OPM, by the way. You don't have to pay a bill for 30 to 60 to 90 days anyway. Let escrow close off the debt. Now you got up to 200,000. What are you going to do? Sorry, most of you just piss it away. Sorry, that's what you do. You act like you're rich, and then you're broke again. If you would have used rate rules, leveraging the money, borrow money not being taxable, line of defense, you could have turned that into $15 million. The money you waste today can be leveraged into millions. And your lack of knowledge is why you bring the pain home. By the way, that's called blackjack, step 21. We get to play today. So let's understand the Ray Reynolds University. This was my building before when I died in that coma in 2009. 22,000 square feet building, helping millions of people every day. All right, to just like me, doing up to $1 million a day. You got choices today. So I like to get you some checkbook money. Is that okay? Up to 5.4 million. But you're going to need a corp in 3 divisions. It's the only way you're going to get there. Ultimate goal, leveraging the money, no problem. See, this is where they learn $1,000 can leverage up to 1.25 million. Someone actually did 1.9 right in front of you. Borrow money is not taxable. So the reference of 3. So if your corporation is sued, they come after you. If you have your line of defense like the banks and grocery stores do, you learn the 3-step disconnect, isolate, incorporate. I invented it for you, and you basically never bring the pain home again. So remember, we're going to focus on tax IDs and divisions. So you build your line of defense. But you better master your 1120 form. All right, and you're going to have to learn what that is. Okay, it's very simple today. All right, this is step 22. As we play the game and stop bringing the pain home. What are you willing to lose? Family and corp? No. Division? Yes. Why? Because they're cheap. If we play chess today, we both lose pieces on both sides, but at the end of the day, we're both going to get checkmate. I'll guarantee it. Step 23, ultimate goal. Referrals give you 10%. We zell back to you right away. 800-536-3216, live 6 days a week. You're stuck with me. And I'll show you some goodies I obtained over the years too. Invite your friends and family. Now, here's a car. All right, and I got the keys. It's not mine. But on the side of the wings and the doors in the front and back, it says Ray Reynolds University. So does the building. See, reach in the dream, think to be the impossible, using Ray's rules, and let's turn everybody into millionaire corporations. Corp in 3 divisions. That's the only way to play the game. You get to win. Set up on level 1 every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So let's remember today, never have joint credit. From there, buy a house, escrow, close, homestead, trust. Corporation's just a piece of paper. You got to give it life. You need divisions for real estate, franchise, current business, and line of defense. You can use Ray's rules today and get that bonus cash credit and finance the American dream and write it all off. The way you're supposed to do it in the first place, by the way. And that's the ultimate goal for you. Step 24. So by the day ends now, we're going to say bye-bye in a minute. So what does that mean for you? If you don't get the Millionaires Founders Kit now, or anything I have to say or do, you're going to be bringing the pain home like you've been doing. It's 125 days left. That's all you got. Minus holidays and weekends. You got a boot camp coming up the 23rd, 24th, 25th. All right. It's in line in person or all right, on person or in line. So what happens is simple. You're stuck with me. The Millionaires Founders Kit, I sold it for $5,000 at the Bonaventure for 32 years. To me, it's priceless. It's the blueprint I always wanted for me that I never got, but now you can get it. It is $999 after the webinar. During it right now, you get a 70% discount, $299. See, when I don't have to pay commission to somebody, I can wholesale it to you. But again, if you don't do it now, it's okay. Call the sales team, $9.99. They'd love to write it up for you. Zelle is Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@racecredit.com. Bank transfer, wire deposit. So we get to hold hands. You get a specialist every step of the way. Credit rebuilding works. Credit repair it's a fraud. You have to be part of the program. I'm going to do a 750 score guaranteed with the rapid rescore for you. And it's $499 with the average person wastes in a given month. And you get a $500 cash card back to you. And it's guaranteed. Starter package, if you have a corp, good. Get to the setup level 1 every Wednesday and Saturday. Rebuild your credit to 750. Articles are free. Anyways, filing fee, you need it or not. Off list, tax ID, setup in level 1. I'm your coach for 90 days. I'm going to train you to become a certified CFO, but I'm also going to give you $5,000 of cash credit. 5 times you invested in the first place, guaranteed. Millionaire in the making, $1,999. You get $25,000 cash credit, 13 times your money back. You can't find this anywhere on the planet. It is now. Zelle, bank transfer, deposit. You could and should and would be, if you play with me, the corporate millionaire. But again, that's going to be up to you to listen and learn. Banks and grocery stores do in your face, shut down locations, write off on their tax and get a tax credit. All right, Sam's Club. You've just watched Geico do the same thing in cities as well. So your chance is to learn how to play the game. But again, you should be, all right, stop bringing the pain home, and should and could be a certified CFO. But again, that's going to be up to you. So as we do this today, we stay safe, we stay strong, we do our best, Jesus does the rest, amen to that too. Ultimate goal's up to you. Let's understand something today. If you have a corporation before you met me, all right, and you did it, if you do not do your 1120 the right way, when the auditors come at you, you're going to pay 10 times the penalty, all right, because you did not listen and do it the right way. And I'm sorry, everybody calling this office and have a corp before they met me, it's all screwed up, okay? even use their home address. I don't understand that. They told the world where they live. That makes no sense to me. But again, it's up to you. Step 25, before we say bye-bye today, you better zell for that Millionaire Founders Kit $299, or get into that nonprofit class or the goodies. If you don't, call the sales team, 800-510-3338. All the discounted prices are through me. Anything else through them, they'll write it up, but the price will be a little different for you. So remember today, we do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And we never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.